knows I am here with the champ, Son of L. Son of L, I appreciate you taking your time out of your festivities, of your parades, of your endorsements. I'm sure you're getting many, many phone calls from everyone around the country, around the world. I know you're very tough to get in contact with, but you know what? You always make time for the commissioner. When the commissioner calls, you always pick up and you always answer the bell. Is that right?
Always. Never disrespect the commissioner. Like I said, I'm very busy as an owner, but when I get the call, I try to get back to you as soon as I can because you are important to me as to my organization.
Okay. So. All right. I love it. Listen, I want to. The co-commissioner is on league business. He's not here as of now. However, I just wanted to come out and on behalf of the co-commissioner and myself, who usually sits next to me, but he's not here today. I just want to congratulate you on back-to-back victories of winning the Veterans of Fantasy Football Awards 2023. Yes. It's just a continuation of 2022.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
So could you just come, just go through the strategy, what occurred, what made you, you went with a couple of guys, DeAndre Hopkins, especially when Will Levis was the quarterback. When he got hurt, we all knew that, I knew that Ryan Tannehill wasn't going to throw the ball, not much. He got just enough targets, even though you were up by, big, but the extra targets did help you out.
No, it did. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Once he went down, I got nervous. I was like, there went that, because I also know the strategy too. I knew, with Levis, there was going to be the opportunity for Hopkins to get a lot of targets. But once Tannehill went in, I was like, ugh. I tell you the truth. Like, my wide receivers made me a little nervous. But you know what? My MVP. Let's just give it to who it belongs to. Co-MVP, really. You got to give it to Connor. I mean, Connor's always been there for me during the playoffs. He's just a beast.
Yeah.
Like I said, my new pickup this year with what's his name? I can't even think right now. I'm still partying from last night.
Okay. You deserve it.
But Lamar Jackson, let's just keep it honest. MVP. Yeah. That's all I got to say.
He did come through for you. 5 touchdowns against my Dolphins. I didn't like it on my end, but I'm sure you did on your end.
I did. I did. Like I said, I honestly, I was anticipating a shootout between the Dolphins and the Ravens. But like I said, I'm just glad that, Lamar did what he needed to do. I think that and James Conner doing what he did in Philadelphia definitely propelled me to be holding this belt and keeping it down here in the South for another year.
Yeah. Listen, you know what? You take care of the belt very well. I see it. There's a couple of nicks in that belt. I think that's from I don't know, maybe some sun poisoning when they left in the backseat of a car.
No, all I know is that this belt, since it's been down here, has been treated very well. It has its own place in the house. Everybody gets to admire it when it comes by and visit. It's like it has its own shrine. It definitely has traveled around the States. I've taken it around so the fans can touch it and appreciate it for all it is. So, I think it's happy where it is. We're going to try to see how long we can keep it down here. But all we know is it's happy where it is now.
Okay. I noticed the shirt representing Son of L,
Always. I mean, like I said, I'm a part of the family. I wasn't born on Krypton, so I'm adopted. But
okay.
But I got to represent the house. You
got to represent. Okay. All right. I love it. Listen, I'm not going to lie. When you played me the week before the championship game, I was hoping you didn't play James Conner. I was hoping you put Williams in there. But then when you switch it, I said, James Conner. Here we go again. Terminator again coming at me.
You know what's funny about that decision is I asked my brother-in-law. I said, he's a big Ravens fan. And shout out to my brother-in-law, Cassette, if he's watching. I told him straight out. I said, yo, who should I put in here? I'm a little confused. And he told me to put in Williams. And I said,
you should have listened to him. You should have listened to him.
So I put in Williams, and then I really thought about this. And I said, not for nothing. I looked at the whole season with Williams. And you know what? Denver is just a big debacle right now. And I said to myself, you know what? Put it in the hands of the guy that's always been there for you and this and that. And I said, I'm going to just go with Connors. I'm going to roll with it and let it be what it is. And, you know what? He came through as always.
Yeah, yeah, he sure did. So again, you still went with Tyreek. Tyreek was still your main horse.
Yes.
You made that pickup in that late season trade for AJ.
Yeah.
Your man, believe it or not, Lamar Jackson didn't have a great week against me, but he blew up for your championship game when it most counted. You know,
Yes. Yeah.
100%. And your defenses came through in the championship game. You know, I noticed you picked up Philadelphia's defense at the end. You know, that was
Yeah.
pretty good. And you've been rolling with Miami for about 3 or 4 weeks, and they were playing hot. But you decided to make a change. You
Yeah.
know, you made a change. You played the analytics. You
Yes.
saw all the weather reports. I'm sure
Yes.
you took advice of the startums and situms that the co-commissioner and I gave you guys.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know,
Yes. Yeah, so
It-
I listen to that every week. You know, I take my little points from what you guys say and I add it to my own analytics, like you said, and you know, I come up with the decisions I want to make up. And like I said, you know, that's been vital through the season. I wouldn't be lying if I said I didn't listen to you guys. So, you know, thank you guys for putting out that information for me so I can make a better decision.
All right. I mean, it kind of hurt. Maybe the co-commissioner and I need to like hold back just a little bit, you know, especially when it comes to our league. But we can't do that. That's not fair. It's
Nah,
not fair. You know.
you're serving everybody else in the fantasy football community. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
we love
So
it.
you gotta share the wealth. I mean,
We got to share the love.
it may backfire, but at the end, you know, look what you produced. Another championship. So people gonna see this and be like, you know, I might have to listen to these guys because these guys know what they're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go back. Let's go back in the time when you first started fantasy football. I remember sitting you down and you were all ears and we talked about this. I think we were I believe we were somewhere in New England, weren't we?
Yes, yes,
We
we
were
were.
we were in a garage.
Yes, yes, very
You remember?
much.
You and I were talking about in the garage. You were like, "How is this? Talk to me,
Yep.
blah, blah." And I broke it down to you. You were like, "I'm interested." I'm like, "All right. Well, listen. Once you make that first step, there's no coming back.
No,
You know that, right?"
no, and the bad part is that, and I'll tell this to any owners or anybody thinking about doing fantasy, this and that. The worst thing that you can do,
Mhm.
which happened to me, was, you know, I spoke to you, you gave me knowledge of the game, this and that. I finally decided, all right, you know what? In work, they're doing a league. They invited me. You're like, you know what? It's your first get into it, this, that, whatever. You guided me with all that information, and then the worst thing happened. I won a championship.
Oh,
Hook,
forget
line, and sinker.
it.
I have not looked back since that. It's just been forget about it. So and you're gonna go through your ups and downs. You're gonna go through
Yeah.
many seasons where you look at 1-15 or whatever the case may be, and you're like, why am I doing this?
Yep.
But when you have moments like this,
Yes.
it's all worth it.
It's worth
all,
it.
It's all
It's worth it.
And
You know
I've
what?
never had a season where I hated it. I enjoyed it, whatever it was. If it was a bad season, winning season, it was just magical. So, you know, like I said, give it a shot. But if you win, that's it.
It is. It
You're gonna
is.
play fantasy to your last breath.
It sure is. So you know what? Like I said, I wanted to take this time out to congratulate you on your back-to-back year, your 2023 league champion, Son of L. Have him online, live. This is magical for me. It really is. Not only that, because we are taking this podcast to another. We'll take it to another step. You know, this is face to face now. You know, live streaming, incorporated into the show. You know, we started off with the podcast phone calls. No one really saw your face. No one really saw who you were. Now you can put the face to the name now. You know, they're going to know who you are. They know you. They know Devil Dog. You know, Devil Dog was a strong opponent going into the game.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And shout out to Devil Dog for an amazing season. I know in the beginning he had us all scared. You know, I know looking at the recap, he predicted he was going to take it all. And he was almost there. He was almost.
He sure did.
But you know what? Like I texted him and I told him, congratulations on a good game. But you know what? He's one step closer. Now he's been in the game. He knows what it tastes like. So you know what? Next season he might be the one to come after everybody. So
wow, that's we'll see about that. We have a lot of guys looking at chomping at the bit. You know what I mean? I haven't been in the playoffs a long time. You know, it's been 10 years, only been in playoffs 5 times. You know, I made it, looking back, it is what it is. But, Now we're going to make new league changes, new league rules that we will discuss. We'll explain to you guys. Okay, I think they're going to be the betterment for the league. I think so. The co-commissioner and I, as well as other owners, discussed this. I think it's going to be good, keeping all the owners into the game, not letting them always, being into it. You're not just giving up so early, and then hopefully it's going to be another dogfight. Yes. Because think about it, 2 teams 10-4 and didn't even make the championship game, and yourself 8-6 this year, 7-7 last year, and win the championship back-to-back years.
Yeah, no, I tell people all the time, and you guys mentioned it on the podcast. It's not about who you draft; it's what you do during the season, the moves you make, and that's what's gonna propel you to winning the championship. And like I said, you just got to get to the dance. That's all you got to do.
You got to get there
well enough to get to the dance, and then after that, it's all on you, and it's
all on you
to make it happen. So, like I said, I've been gracefully enough to win this 2 years in a row, and it feels good. It feels really
good. So I'm gonna ask you a question. So what's your I think I asked you this before the year began. This year, 2023. 2024 is, I'm not going to sit here and say it's around the corner, because it's not around the corner. However, 2024 comes very fast. Now August comes around and then the juices start flowing. I don't know about you, but my juices start flowing during April draft when I start scouting, like everyone should. Okay. That being said, the draft's going to come up. And a couple of your players are getting long in the tooth. Mr. James Conn's getting long in the tooth. 2 years in a row. Do you ride that pony one more year?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you this much. With our rules, I'm going to have to let him go. And he's going to be out in the free market. But I'll tell you this much. With his performance, if I had an opportunity to grab him again, I would. I definitely would. I think he is, with him and the way Kyle Murray works. And then the big key with Connor is his health.
Yeah.
You got to stay healthy. You know what I mean? Like I said, he was out for a few weeks during the season, and I was able to have Kamara come in and cover him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think as long as he stays healthy and he they still go with that format, because I feel like now Kyle Murray knows he can rely on him, so he could be able to do what he needs to do. So if they keep that going, yeah, I think James Conner is definitely at least within the first 3 rounds.
You think he's the first 3 rounds?
Yeah, I think so. I believe in the kid. You can't deny what he's done. You can't.
Not especially in the playoffs. Fantasy playoffs. Yeah,
exactly. There's just certain players you can rely on. He's one of them.
I know. I'm watching. Listen, taking notes right here, taking notes. Right here, right in the forehead.
It is. It's right here. It's like Braille.
It sure is. Right here. It's right here. I'll be damned if you get Connor next year. You better take him in the first 2 rounds. Otherwise, he's going to be gone.
Listen, I expect him to, but if he falls in my lap, I'm not going to be mad not one bit.
I hear you. Hey, champ, man. I appreciate your time, man. You know what? You enjoy that championship belt. You enjoy the proceeds. All right, yeah. Take the wifey to Sizzlers, take her out.
We definitely going to Sizzlers. We might even upgrade it and make it into Applebee's or something. We'll just see. You know what I mean? Because right now we still celebrating. It's still crazy right now. You know what I mean? I got Lamar on the floor. I got to get him up. You know what I mean? We just been partying all last night and all this morning. So
listen, tell Lamar to relax. The season's over. He could chill out. He doesn't have to go on a playoff run. Playing my Dolphins. He could be on the sidelines. He could just watch the game. He doesn't need to perform anymore. You know what I mean? He doesn't need to. But listen, once again, congratulations on 2023. Yeah. I appreciate the interview, and again, on behalf of the co-commissioner and I, and in the league, we will see you draft day next year, same channel. Yep. All right, different time. We'll see.
Looking
different times.
But thank you and the co-commish for everything you've done with the podcast and everything. It's been nothing but enjoyable. I appreciate doing the interview with you today. To all the other owners in the league, congratulations on a good season, everybody that went through it, and I look forward to next season. I know it'd be stupid to say that I don't see the target on my back, but that's what happens when you're on top of the mountain.
That's right.
You got to be prepared. So I know I'm gonna be gunning. They're gonna be gunning for me, but hey, listen, I look forward for the competition.
And never forget, like, I don't know if I told you this, or I believe I told the co-commissioner, whoever, when you're on top, there's only one way to go, and that is down.
Exactly.
And when you're down, there's only one way to go, and that's up. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's what I'm trying. I hear
That's,
you. I hear you.
That's okay. That's what it's all about, man. Again, say hello to the family. Say hello to everyone. You enjoy your time. You enjoy the belt, and take care of that puppy, all right?
I will. Thank you very much. Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year. Take care of yourself, champ.
Right.
Be safe.
Later.
Bye.